What is new, YouTube? It's Moose bringing you guys another Infinite Warfare video here today, and I want to talk about possibly the most OP subclass, the best submachine gun in my opinion, and the class you guys can use with it. So let's get right into it.
Here we go.
So when I actually go through submachine guns and think about which submachine gun is the best, these guns are actually pretty evenly matched. The very first submachine gun, the E-Rad, it's not a terrible submachine gun. I've heard a lot of people say they really like it. I'm just not a big fan of it. The FHR, to me, seems like the P90. It looks like the P90. It plays well, and it has really good variants. It has the Nuke Legendary variant, as well as the Epic variant, which, like, when you get a kill, it actually replenishes a portion of your health, which is insane, but still not my favorite sub. Then the other sub we can use is the RPR Evo, which reminds me of the Ripper, and I have to say I do like that gun, but still, as I said, not my favorite. So then we get to my favorite, which is the Karma-45, aka the Vector. We all know it's the Vector. We don't need to be bullshitting saying it's the Karma-45. It's the Vector. So why do I like the Vector? Why is it my favorite gun? Well, because it has no recoil. Now personally, I'm an assault rifle player, so guns like the NV4, like the M27 in previous games, and like the K-Bar in this game have no recoil, and I love that. They're not the most damaging guns you'll ever see. They're not gonna like one-shot people, but that helps you out so much in medium and long range. Now yes, short range, not as much, but that's why you use the Karma-45. It'll still win you medium, maybe long range gunfights with grip, and you can still win short-range gunfights because hip firing in this game is overpowered, I swear. So let's get right into the actual class I'm using. As you guys can see right here, the Karma-45. I have a reflex sight on there. Now this is where it could really be up to your personal preference. It doesn't need a sight in my opinion, so if you really want that extra slot, take off the sight and just use the iron sights. They're not bad. My next choice would then be the reflex sight since you get it right off the bat, but if you do have the ELO sight, my personal favorite, I would go with the ELO sight. I do not have it yet. I'm working towards it. Then we have foregrip for those medium to long range gunfights, but I've heard people say it doesn't need foregrip. Personally, if you want to win those medium to long range gunfights, you almost need foregrip. Quick draw just helps in like every scenario ever. And then I have extended mags on there. This could be changed out for laser sight if you really like to hip fire a ton, which, you know, may not actually be the worst idea. Maybe rifled barrel if we ever figure out what the hell rifled barrel is. I've seen people use FMJ. In other games, FMJ's just never really been that great of an attachment, but I don't know. I use extended mags. You can keep hip firing forever, so that's why I use extended mags. For lethal, I have one cluster grenade because grenades are actually really good in Infinite Warfare, especially since this grenade, you literally throw it, and then it turns into multiple grenades, and then those grenades blow up, and if you're not terrible, you should get a kill with like every single grenade. Then I'm using just 3 perks on here. We're using Ghost, Hardline, and Gung Ho. Pinpoint would probably be my second option for that third perk, but since it's a submachine gun, you're running, you're gunning. Gung Ho, you can shoot while you're sprinting. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. But if you're like, I'm not really sure about your perks there, I would take off Hardline. That's the one that you don't really need. But it wouldn't affect it the most if you took it off. You could take off Hardline and your grenade and maybe put on a second first perk, or a second third perk if that's really what you want to do. I'm just kind of giving you guys a template of a class here. I'm having a ton of fun with this Karma-45. It's a great gun. If you guys don't really have the time to play, if you guys haven't heard already, the beta is actually extended through today till tomorrow, Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So you still got time to play. You got time to go play with that Karma-45. But if you're super busy and you don't have the time, hey, we have next weekend as well to play with it. And I'm guessing the Karma will be good in the actual game as well. This could change though. They could kind of nerf it down a little bit, maybe if it's performing too high or what they think is too high. So to recap here, in my opinion, Karma-45 definitely my favorite submachine gun so far. If you guys did enjoy this video, please click that like button down below. Sub if you guys have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.